Well, like for me, as I said, it was, I mean, it wasn't planned, right? So, because I was laid off. So it's probably different than if you choose to do it. So I was very caught off guard and not prepared to freelance. So like I didn't have a website. I didn't, I mean, that was like the first thing I had to do is I had to invest in myself and buy a website and start, you know, and moving in that direction. So, you know, I mean, at first it was very stressful because, I mean, because of the kids and paying for daycare, and it was very scary, and it's not necessarily what I wanted to do at first. Yeah, I mean, you know, it was a slow transition I mean, I feel like I don't know if I can really answer that because it was a slow transition for me because I just lost my job, right? So, like, I was looking for work. I was looking for office work as well as sort of slowly, you know, establishing a website and seeing sort of, and it grew slowly, you know, over a course of like 6 to 8 months, and then it was like, oh, I'm actually getting work. Like, okay, like maybe this would work. And so I don't know if that answers your question, but I mean, for me, it was unexpected. I didn't plan for it.
Okay. How does working as a freelancer now help you to combine the demands of your work and personal life?
So, repeat the question.
How does working as a freelancer help you now to combine your work and personal life?
I think it's just that I get to create my own schedule more, so I can, hold on one second.
Sure.
Hold up. Okay. Yeah. Well, Grace is taking, summer camps. You know, I mean, I guess it just comes back to that. I mean, it just, you know, I can create my schedule. So if I, you know, I mean, need to go to a doctor, or if I need to, if there's, you know, like end of school, there's a talent show at school, and it's from 1 to 3 in the middle of the day, and I'm just choosing that day not to work in the afternoon. And so if I get asked, I mean, granted, now, if again, it goes back to, like, if Target called me up and said on May 23rd, that's the only day you can do, we need you to do a photo shoot for Target on May 23rd, would I blow off? Would I not go to my daughter's talent show? Yes. So that's the disadvantage. I mean, but I do try to keep those days free so that I can attend, you know, be more involved. And I like, you know, and I guess if I was in an office, you can request. But when I was in an office, I always, you know, when you have 2 kids, then there's multiple things for each kid, and you know, I would start to feel guilty about saying, well, can I take this day off and go do this, and can I take this day off and go do that, and so I mean, for me, it's really, I feel like you know, I mean, at times it can be more, I think at times, I mean, I guess the stress is just different. Like, if you're in an office job, I think you have different kinds of stress, like asking for the time off. In my job, you know, when I take the time off, it's not stressful because I'm asking myself, but the stress is, for me, the stress is the constant hustle and, you know, having to, like, you know, introduce myself, and you're constantly, I mean, I'm constantly looking for work, constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I answered your question.
Sure. Can we talk about team? So, you know, I got your email address from Trish. So my question is, how did you find team, and why did you start working with them?
Well, I've known Trish for a long, long time, and so I met Trish 14 years ago at a women's networking group that I was a part of, that we were both a part of. So, I mean, I guess that goes back to, you know, I wasn't freelancing at the time, but I was full-time, but I was doing my photography here and there. And so I guess it goes back to, like, it's a reminder that, you know, you constantly have to be networking and keeping your network pool big and open and going to social events and talking to people, because you kind of never know as a freelancer how those connections in your life are going to equate to work. And so it just happens, you know, so you do have to go do a lot of things, like whether it's even like, I think it's important, you know, whether you get involved with, like, you know, a yoga studio or cycling groups or networking groups, or like you have to constantly be putting, you know, or after hours or happy hours, because you just never know, you know, how those connections eventually can work into work. So I've known Trish for a long time, and it just sort of cycled back. I mean, so yeah. But that's that.
Have you done any projects with team?
Have I done what?
Any projects with team?
I have. I just finished up. Yes, I have. I just finished up a shoot with them like a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, and not a ton, like 2 or 3.
What is special about working with them?
I mean, I guess the biggest thing that's different, I mean, is that they're sourcing together versus other agencies, is that they're sourcing freelancers, like their freelance network, versus like, you know, like their designer isn't in-house. And so, if you work at an ad agency, usually someone's producing it, and you know, the creative director is usually there, or everyone's in-house, so they have freelancers. But it's not that different from working with a more traditional advertising agency.
In general, what do you think about their business model?
I don't know what their business model is.
Oh, you just told me about it. Working with freelancers, and being an agency, and having the freelance network.
I mean, I don't know how to answer that because I don't work for them. So, I mean, I don't know exactly